Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you guys how I got these super cute Hello Kitty shein nail charm nails using the Kids Acrylic kit. So this is how the kit looks, and I did everything for under $20, y'all. So the kit was about $9, and then I bought some charms from Shein, and you know they range from like $1 to like $2. So it comes with this brush, which is really hard to use, y'all. I would recommend that y'all get an acrylic brush if you plan to be doing your nails, because this just ain't gonna work, y'all. It's really small. Your nails won't be even. It'll be super hard for you to file them and stuff. The next thing that comes in the box, and I'm struggling a little bit, is the Kiss Max Speed nail glue, and I absolutely love this glue, y'all. It gets the nail on really quick. Then it comes with this acrylic powder in clear, and it has, like, you know, a good amount. You can do about 1 to 2 nail sets with it. And the nail tips, you get the transparent ones as well as the white French. So I decided to use white French in this. You have the pusher for your cuticles, so you can push your cuticles back. And then you have, what am I picking up next, y'all? Okay, so you have the acrylic liquid, and this is what you're going to be using with the acrylic powder so that you can go ahead and do your nails. And then it comes with this buffer and file, which I used during this, but y'all gonna need a real file, like 80 grit, to get the sharpness that you want for your nails. And it's double-sided. And then it comes with the instructions, y'all. So just a quick little disclaimer. The instructions tell you basically how to do everything, but it asks you for things that aren't included in the kit. Like, you can get the acrylic set, but it doesn't come with like gel polish. It doesn't come with acetone. It doesn't come with certain things that you would need for your set, if you know what I mean. So you want to go and purchase things that'll make your nail set be better, but just for like the main, what can I say, like ingredients or main supplies that you're gonna use, you can get it from the kit. But don't expect to get like a super duper bomb nail set by just using everything here, because you're gonna need top coat, you're gonna need primer and things like that. So I'm just going in and pushing my cuticles back, and I'm gonna do this to all nails. And y'all, my nails look a mess. Also, I am not right-handed, I'm left-handed, so I'm currently working with my non-dominant hand, and this just proves that anybody can do their own nails, y'all. If you just practice and work on it, you will be able to do a full set on your nails on both hands. And y'all, it saves you a lot of money. And I also am a nail tech, so imagine if I did this set on somebody like a French with a bunch of nail charms, it's over $100 to do that all over someone's nails. So if you can do it by yourself, you'll be saving yourself so much money. So definitely get into doing your own nails, y'all. Times is getting hard, okay? So yeah. So now I'm going in with this sanding band, and I also got this sanding band from Shein. It's the mini one, and I absolutely love this, y'all. It gets absolutely everything. I'm zooming in for y'all so y'all can see it. It gets everything off of your cuticle area and also your nail bed. And I'm using a really low speed, y'all. You do not want to use a super high speed while sanding your natural nail bed, because you only have 100 layers on your nails. You do not want to go crazy. So I'm using like a speed on the e-file of about 5 to 6 RPM, really low, and I'm gently going in there and just getting my nails cleaned up, getting all of the oily parts off so that there's no residue. And I'm going in there softly. It may look fast on the video, but you want to make sure that you're using a very low speed on your natural nail bed. Also, when you are doing your nails, if you're a beginner, you just want to use a low speed with all of the drill bits. That way you don't cut yourself and just cause issues. Just go in with the lower speed. It'll take you longer, but trust me, it's worth it. So I went ahead and just sped up all the rest of the nails, and I'll be back when I'm doing something else, y'all. Alright, so now I'm going in with just this makeup brush. I use this to dust my nails off because I can wash the makeup brush and the bristles are softer. So I just use this so I can wash it every week. Now I'm going in with the hand file that comes in the box. And I'm just getting my nails shaped up to kind of look cohesive and so that the nail tips don't pop off and look crazy. Then I dust off that residue as well. So I decided to do French this time. I usually never, this is my first time using the French portion of the nail tips. Usually I just go for those natural colored nail tips, but I decided to try French today, y'all. So I'm just sizing my nails, and you want to make sure you measure so it can touch sidewall to sidewall, or if you have a wider nail bed, sometimes some people go a little bit smaller, but I tried to fit it as best as I could to my nail bed of my hands because I have wide nails, y'all. So yeah, so I'm just applying that with the glue. Wait a couple of seconds, then push it in, and I had absolutely no issues. So I think this is definitely beginner friendly. And as y'all can see, it's nice and on there. And these nail tips are very sturdy, and they have like a curve to them. So I really like that. It's really super cute. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply all of the tips to my nails. Alright, y'all, so now we're getting into shaping, which is really important. So I have like this acrylic powder jar or whatever. I'm just popping my finger on there. And as you guys can see, the nail tip started bending. So then I put my thumb in between my other two fingers to kind of make it sturdy so I can really file and shape to how I want to. Being that I'm doing my own nails, it's more difficult than me doing someone else's nails. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm holding it sturdy. That way I don't file and put pressure on the nail and cause the nail tip to pop off, because then I would have to go back again and drill off the nail glue, put the tip back on, and even sometimes it could damage your nail bed. So you just want to be as careful as possible. Try to push your nail down on something, and you want to go ahead and press the hand file onto the tip and just go back and forth. And then after like 4 or 5 sweeping motions going back and forth, you just want to look at your nail to kind of see if it's sharpening, what you need to do. And as you guys can see, me placing it there wasn't really working for me, so I had to hold my hand facing towards me and then put some pressure with my thumb to kind of get it. So I'm going to do that for all of the nails. And if you don't want to do it this way, you can definitely use an e-file to do it instead, but I was just trying to show y'all how I hand file first and then I go in with the e-file later. So you just want to apply a good amount of pressure, not too much, because you do not want these tips to fly off. But what I can say is the Kiss nail tips are very, very sturdy and very, very strong. Like, these are really, really good nail tips. And I'm going on for my sidewall, y'all, and I'm doing this lightly just to kind of get more of a tapered look and just make them look a little bit thinner. Being that I have wider nail beds, I do not like extra wide nails, so I try to slim my nails down as good as possible. So now this part is a very important step. You want to blend that nail tip in and make it seamless. Like, you see that? You could literally not see the line of demarcation. It's blended in. So you want to go in with a really, really low speed on your drill, because you are close to your natural nail bed, and you want to go around the perimeter to blend that in. Now, for some nails, it's not needed, but I do this with every set. I just feel like this causes my nails not to pop off. It seals the nail tip onto my nail bed, and it just looks better. Being that I want like the French look, I'm making sure I blend that in as good as possible. And on a really low speed, I'm just going around, y'all, and just working it around like the free edge area where the tip meets my nail. So I'm just doing that, y'all, and then I'll come back when I'm doing something else. Alright, so now I'm going in with the sanding band, and I'm just going around the body of the nail just to give it like, you know, a rugged surface, take off the shininess. And I always do this step, y'all. It's just something that I do. I don't know if it makes a difference. I just feel like it does, so I do it. And I just want to get that shininess off so that my acrylic can lay properly, and we can go ahead and move on to the next step. And I'm gonna dust off my nails again. Y'all, you do not want to have anything, any residue on your nail bed, or your nails will pop off. It will cause lifting and they won't last. So I go in and make sure that I get everything off the nail. Now I'm going in with the clear acrylic powder, getting that opened up. And then, y'all, what am I doing? It's because I thought it would open one way, and then when I did it, it got tighter, but it was just the packaging, y'all, sorry. But yeah, so I'm just getting that off, and this is a good amount of acrylic powder or whatever. So I'm going in with the monomer, getting that into my dapping dish, and it's a pretty good amount of monomer. Like, you can definitely do about 2 nail sets with this monomer. So I'm going in with acetone, and I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my nail bed. This is going to take off any product or any oils that my hands have created, just to make sure it's completely dry so that I don't get any lifting. And this is an important step. I usually use Young Nail Swipe, but I just wanted to make it basic and just use some acetone. Now, this is also an important step, y'all. I put protein bond on every single nail set. This makes my nails not lift. I do this when I'm about to apply the acrylic, and y'all, it works. If you don't take nothing else, you better get you some protein bond and make sure you clean your nail bed so your nails are not flying off and they last. So when I do this, my nails last about, it can last up to 4 weeks. And this is no cap, okay? So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and go in, y'all, and use just a small bead. Now, this was my first bead, and you know, I had to get used to this acrylic powder and the monomer. This acrylic, for me, in my opinion, it sets quickly. It doesn't take a long time to set, so you have to be careful. And as you guys can see, these nails are curved, so it's gonna take, like, you know, some shaping and stuff like that to kind of get it to how I want it to look. But I'm going in with a really medium-sized bead, working that there so I can have a nice apex. Being that these are curved tips, I do not want my nails flying off because I know that it's gonna hurt. So you just want to go in, apply little beads. I'm not a 1-2 bead type of girl. I do as many as possible. I want my nails balanced, and I like my nails thick, so this part depends on how you like your nails. But if you like a nice thick nail, then this is how I do it. So I'm just going lightly patting around, and then I'm just dragging it down. So as you guys can see, I'm just getting it around there and dragging it down. And also, y'all, I'm using my non-dominant hand to do these nails. I'm left-handed, so I'm doing my nails with my right hand. So do not worry if the application is not perfect, if it's not seamless. When you shape your nails, you can fix everything, even if your cuticle is flooding, y'all. Don't be discouraged. You can go in with your drill bit and get that extra powder off of your cuticles, because if you're a beginner, you're not going to be perfect. And if you're doing it on the non-dominant hand, trust me, y'all, don't be scared of that. Even me, like, I've been doing nails for years now, and it took practice for me to even be able to do my non-dominant hand. I'm sorry, to do nails with my non-dominant hand. So I'm just going in really slow, trying to be as steady as possible. And then I have these super long nails on, so it doesn't make it any easier, but it's still possible. So if you see like the bumpiness and the unevenness, the nail is not balanced, all of that is gonna get fixed when I go into shaping my nail. So don't worry, fix it while you're shaping. That's why I recommend having an e-file, because a hand file, you'll be shaping for years and days, and we don't have time for that. So I would highly recommend that you invest into a nail drill so that you can make sure your nails are balanced and seamless and look nice, and you can seal them properly, especially if you're flooding your cuticle and have an unbalanced nail. So as you guys can see, I'm going in with more beads, just small, trying to push it in, get it as close to the cuticle as possible. And after I do this, I'm going to go ahead and move on. Alright y'all, so now I'm getting another bead, and then I just patted my nail brush onto the paper towel just to get the excess liquid off, that way it doesn't flood my nails. And I'm just going to go ahead and pat that in and drag it down with the light hand, y'all. You don't want to press in too hard or push it too hard, because then you'll lose control. And then y'all, as you guys can see, like I cleaned off the sides. I'm trying to keep the acrylic in the perimeter of my nails. I don't want it to overflow, because then it'll give me more work to do when it comes to shaping. The only problem that I want to have with these nails is that maybe they're going to be a little bit unbalanced and not completely seamless when it comes to like the surface. But when it comes to like the perimeter and the edges of the nail, I do not want any extra acrylic on there. So you want to make sure you're patting it on both sides when you're dragging it down. You do not want it to overflow. So that's what I'm doing. And that was a bad bead, y'all, so I had to go in again and try again, y'all. So boom, and then this bead was not super duper dry because I needed it to just move down the nail, so I left it a little bit wet. So as you guys can see, I'm kind of getting it towards the cuticle, but not too much. And then I'm dragging down, because this acrylic powder does set quick in my opinion. And that might be because like the ratio that I'm using is what I use regularly for other acrylic powders. So yeah, I'm dragging that down, y'all, moving my nail around. You want to move it around, and I'm placing it down like this so that you guys can see. But sometimes you're going to have to flip your hands over facing you so you can really look at that cuticle area and see what you're doing. Alright y'all, so now I put my hands towards me, and I'm basically just filling it in, making it thick enough, trying to balance the nail out and push it down to where I need it to go, just so that it can be even and it's not super lumpy at the top or flat at the bottom. I'm trying to just balance the nail out, so I apply the bead down there. So if you feel your nail, like you can put your thumb on the surface of the nail, and if it feels like a speed bump, then you may need to apply more acrylic, or while you're drilling the nail, you want to drill it down to your likeness. But I like a thicker nail, so that's why I'm doing it. And as you guys can see, I'm patting around the perimeter to keep that shape as much as possible. Alright, y'all, so this is a perfect example of, you know, just applying the beads to how you like your nails. As you can see, like for me, it was a little bit too flat and I feel like my apex wasn't going to be what I wanted. And then I have my nail flat on the table while I'm doing my cuticle area. And as you can see, one side was a little bit more dipped in compared to the other side. So I'm going to pick that nail up after a while, after I blend it out, and then just fix my cuticle area to try to get as much as the powder as I can off of my cuticle. And then I'll go ahead and just keep filling in that dent that's like in that area right there. Like it's a little bit lower than I would like. So I'm just going around, y'all, and the bead is still a little bit wet where I could move it around. I'm just pressing it with just a little bit more pressure because this is a drier bead. It's not super duper wet. And I'm just trying to push it down and blend it towards the bottom. And then I'm going in with a teeny tiny bit of acrylic on that corner just to fill it in so it can be fully balanced. So this is an example of just balancing out the nail just so that it can look right, you know? Yeah. Okay, y'all, so this is my extra long drill bit, and if you do long nails, I would highly recommend you getting this bit. The only thing that I would recommend is that you get a fine or extra fine bit when it comes to this. This was my first time buying this bit from Melody City, so I got medium, and y'all gotta be careful with medium bits because sometimes it can take the nail down way too much and just basically drill off all the hard work that you did. But I'm using it because as you guys can see, if you look towards the end of this nail, it's a huge lump over there. So I want to get that flattened out because I don't want that lump there. And also I use this as a cuticle bit. I would not recommend using this bit if you're not like, you know, fully practiced and doing nails because you definitely can cut yourself. And being that I'm using my non-dominant hand, y'all, I'm using a low speed. As you guys can see, you don't see a bunch of acrylic coming off. I'm using about a 5 RPM on the nail drill. So I'm using a very low speed. This is just so I can seal my cuticle area. So I just go around it just to get that crispness and also get any acrylic that's on my finger or that flooded my cuticle off. So that's why I use it. And as you guys can see, it's just cleaning it off and making it crisp. And then I'm going to also go with this drill bit to just get that bumpiness. You see that? That's like a speed bump right there. And that was a mistake. It happens, y'all, all the time, especially if you're doing your own nails. Just remember that you can fix it and don't be overwhelmed. You're not going to be perfect at application. And I'm going in with the low speed, y'all, because I do not want to over drill the nail. And I almost over drilled it, y'all. I'm being real. But the next time I do purchase this bit, I'm definitely going to get a fine and extra fine grit because the medium is a little bit too harsh for me. I don't really have that much problems when it comes to applying acrylic. Like I try not to apply too much and I know just the right amount to my liking. But like I said, it happens. You can apply a bead somewhere and it completely messes up the balance of the nail. Alright, y'all, so now I'm moving on to the next nail, but as you guys can see, if you look at the thumb, that huge lump that was there is gone because I drilled that down. So that's just an example, girl. Don't be too worried. If you have that lumpiness and the nails are not completely surfaced properly or balanced, just go in with your drill. But now I'm using a fine nail bit, and as you guys can see, I'm going in with just a higher speed with this one, and the fine bit is not going to take off all of the acrylic. It's just going to get the surface level off, and just make the nails seamless and look better, nice and crispy. So this is what this is. It's just a fine bit, and I got all of these bits off of Amazon, so y'all should definitely get y'all some, okay? So yeah, I'm just looking at the nails, making sure I like how they look. If there's any acrylic at the bottom of the nail or the sides that I don't like, this is the time that I go ahead and fix it. And you want to make sure, y'all, I keep repeating this because you can definitely cut yourself. Use a low speed with these flat bits because they're not safety bits. They don't have a rounded top. In my opinion, I don't really use safety bits around my cuticle area because it doesn't seal it to my liking. So yeah. Alright y'all, so now for the fun part. I got all of these nail charms from Shein, so y'all should definitely check them out. Nothing was over like $3, I believe. So if we count everything that I used, I probably can say like this nail set came up to like a good $20, including the charms. So you definitely want to go on Shein, y'all. So I'm going in with the brush that came with the kit, and I'm gonna apply acrylic to the nail and then press the gems into the acrylic. And you want to make sure that you're using a bead that is not too dry or not too wet. You want the consistency to just be just good enough, y'all. So you can see I dipped it in there, and I'm just using the edge of the brush to try to get a good amount on there, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna go ahead and push the nail gems onto the nail, and this is gonna give you like good adhesion, just in case you don't have like gem glue. You can still get your gems added on. So now I'm going in, y'all, and just selecting which ones I want to have on my set and what I want to use. So I'm just picking them randomly, and I'm like, Hello Kitty. Okay, I need a little bit of stars, some hearts. Everything is pretty much silver, so it's gonna go together, and it's just gonna make the nail set fun. So this is my favorite part. Alright, so you guys are going to see me repeatedly do the same thing. Just dip it into the acrylic, press it onto the nail. Acrylic, powder dot, and then a gem, period. And then sometimes I use my finger just to push it down to make sure it's fully secured. That way it doesn't fly off. But yeah, it's coming together, right? Yes. So I'm doing the same exact thing, y'all. So I'll come back when I'm doing something else. Oh, and also with placement, I used to be such an overthinker, like, oh my gosh, I gotta do it perfect, or how do I place? Sometimes you just have to start. When you get started, that's when you'll be able to look at the nails and bend them around a bit and really see like, okay, this is what I gotta do. Or this should be placed here, or it won't look right over here. So the more that you do it, the better you'll get at it, because I used to be so intimidated by placing gems and stuff. But now, y'all, it's so fun to me. It's like coloring a book. If I have just a plain canvas, I'm like, let me just put some gems on here, because the nail gems, the nail charms are gonna just make it pop. It's gonna make it cute, it's gonna make it fun, and this is what makes it look expensive. When you apply these, who is gonna know you did your nails at home? Like, who would have the audacity to be like, girl, those are DIY nails. Like, you ain't got it. What? These are expensive, okay? Like, these are so, so cute. And the more you do it, y'all, the better you're gonna get. Just take your time. Don't be intimidated, y'all. Just get you some stuff, buy some stuff. We're in a era where everything is overpriced and super duper expensive. And I'm a nail tech, so I cannot take their work for granted or tell you guys that it's not worth the price. This takes hard work and dedication, okay? To do a good nail set, it takes time. It's not rushed. And I'm a person who loves to take care of my clients' nails and make sure they have like the best of the best products. So if you ain't got it, if you ain't got $120 or $150 to get your nails done, because it does take time also, then learn how to do them yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that, like absolutely nothing. Just be a jack of all trades, okay? Because me, I know how to do my own hair. I know how to do my own lashes. I know how to do my own nails. If I could save a coin, I'm definitely going to do that because I like to take trips, okay? So if you can learn it, y'all, learn it. Take your time, learn it. It's not going to be a one-day thing, so just try to learn. But in this, y'all, I applied a lot of acrylic on this one just because it's a bigger gem. I was just making the rest of the acrylic flat. That way it doesn't look bulky after I put top coat. And then on the thumb, I was like, it was a little boring. So let me just add a couple more metal beads. Because I'm one of those nail techs that don't show the thumb love. Like, I just feel like, who's looking at it? It's barely going to be in my picture. But I'm learning to appreciate the thumb a little bit more, y'all. So I'm just applying a little bit of pizzazz. And then with the pinky, I feel like it was so cute, the bow. And then just randomly placing the little metal beads was just so fun and cute. But we're almost done with this set, y'all. And if you made it this far, period, sis, hey. But anyway, y'all, so these are how they're looking. Now I'm going to go ahead. And I like the matte look, like, for sure. If it was in white, I probably would have kept it matte. But I'm a top coat girl 100% of the time. So I'm just going in around the beads. The nail gems and applying the top coat. And also, quick tip. For those metal little beads, you want to apply top coat to them because if you wash your hands, it's going to wash off the metal. So for the little round beads, make sure you apply top coat to them, just in case you didn't know. I'm telling you because I had to find out the hard way, okay? So I'm just going around the cuticle area, making sure I remove any type of polish from my cuticle that flooded, because that happens being that I have the nail flat. But if you have the nail facing gravity or pointing down, you'll be fine. So I'm going in with some cuticle oil because y'all got some grandma hands and I need to keep them moisturized at all times, girl. So I'm just rubbing that in just so that my nails can pop and look really, really nice. I also use jojoba oil because I feel like with some cuticle oils, the oil feels really cheap and weird on my fingers. So I just been buying jojoba oil. It's affordable and it's good for your skin. So I just been doing that. But these are the final look. I absolutely love these. They were so fun to do and they're so cute. I hope you guys learned a lot from this and can definitely follow along. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys next time. And I love y'all. Hope you guys are taking care of yourselves and just being fabulous. But until next time, you guys, bye.